Well, Iran's foreign minister, Javad Zarif, making a surprise visit to the G7 summit, but President Trump isn't bothered by it. He says French President Emmanuel Macron ran it by him first. In fact, the president even signaling his willingness to sit down with Iran's president at some point. Listen.
Would you agree to meet with Mr. Rouhani?
If the circumstances were correct or the right, I would certainly agree to that. But in the meantime, they have to be good players. You understand what that means.
Joining me now is John Hanna. He is former National Security Advisor for Vice President Cheney and currently Senior Director of the Foundation for Defense of Democracies. And John, we have to mention your foundation has been targeted by the Iranians, hasn't it?
Yeah, quite incredible, David. Over the weekend, as Zarif was about to make his play on the world stage in France, the Iranian Foreign Ministry actually sanctioned by name publicly my institution, the Foundation for Defense of Democracies, and our CEO, Mark Dubowitz. This is, I think, the first time that Iran has actually now targeted private American citizens and a private research institution and told their security agencies, that's the IRGC, that any action to punish FDD, my home base, is going to be legitimate. It's an unprecedented step and a new crossing of the line by the Iranians.
Well, and you know, you have to take threats from the Iranian regime seriously. I mean, they backed terrorist cells, one of which was broken up in the United States back in 2001. They have killed Americans. They, at the very least, what they are doing is involved in hacking and very viral hacks that they have. So are you doing anything to protect yourself from this threat?
Yeah, we've been in touch with all the relevant law enforcement agencies as well as the national security agencies in the U.S. government. And I've got to say, the State Department on Saturday very quickly put out a very strong tweet condemning this action by the Iranian government and reminding them that they are going to be held accountable should any harm come to individual American citizens. Well, so we appreciate that a great deal.
And specifically to what the president said in France, they are not acting as good players. I mean, we just saw it with regard to your organization. They lit off some missiles over the weekend. They're doing a number of things that show that they have no intention of behaving like good players.
That's absolutely right, David. And if you look at actually in the Middle East itself, Israel, in the course of just a little more than 24 hours, had to be militarily active against Iranians and Iranian proxies in Iraq, in Syria, in Lebanon. There's no let-up in the Iranian activity. And within the next couple of weeks, they're again pledged and committed to further exceed and violate the limits of this Iran nuclear deal.
Well, in 20 seconds, therefore, I suspect you believe there should be no let-up in our maximum pressure on the Iranian regime.
I think it's absolutely critical that there be no let-up until the Iranians actually change their behavior. I think it's fine for the president to go ahead and meet the Iranians. He said he's prepared to do that, but we cannot be paying an entry price to get the Iranians back to the table. That would be a huge mistake.
I agree. John Hanna, great stuff, John. Thank you. Take care of yourself. Appreciate it.